Do you want to know how it was when there were no computers and internet? Let's take a look. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel, and today we are going to take a closer look at a game called Dawn of Mankind. You are basically playing as a tribe in a world where there is no internet, electricity, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. So let's get down to the table and let me show you what comes in this small but really jam-packed box. Okay, let's see what we have in a box of Dawn of Mankind. Doesn't want to open. Okay, first things first, you get meeples in your color. You also have some resources in this bag, just split up open. My fault only. Okay, so each player will get, I think, 8 of these meeples. It is basically like a wild man with a club. He has like huge hand and he has a club over his shoulder. You will get this arrow resource because you will track your resources, how many arrows you have or weapons, how many food you have, how many fish you have in your village. And one other resource here is, I cannot find it now. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it, but oh, no, this is just a brown player, but there's a fur resource. There's also brown. This is super weird. I want to show it to you, but I cannot see any. Okay, here it is. So you have this. It looks like a man that is stretching, lying on his back stretching, but actually it's a fur that you hunt for animals. And yeah, you get some empty bags. Who knows what was that supposed to be inside there. And we'll talk about this later when I show you the map and about these cards. And you get cardboard tokens. These are basically points. First one to 60 points, the game is over. So you keep this hidden, and these are just the domination. These are just the denomination of 1, 5, and 10. I kind of twisted my tongue there a little bit. And yeah, you collect these, and it is really fat, sturdy cardboard, as with all games from the TMG, which I'm super fan of. They really do great quality games. Okay, the rulebook. I have one question. Why? Why would you do it like this? This is so not cool to be handled on a... I know what they were going for, like it's a big tablet maybe, because it's like Dawn of Mankind and everything, so they didn't have like little booklets.Maybe it's thematically connected, but this was really a hassle to work with constantly. As you can see, there's lots of buildings, lots of different cards in the game. You can't know from the start which one is doing what, so you need to constantly refer to this, and it can be a little bit cluttery and not so good. But it is like minor stuff, nothing like I would complain to TMG about. And then what we have here, we have, let's first take a look at this one. Okay, so this is your player mat. Each player will get one. This game goes up to 5 players. And over here you will track how many resources you have. And as you can see, you cannot have, at the end of your turn, you can spoil some food and some fish, so you have to spend it. You have to be wise about it. Over here, if you want to do religion, you can gain some victory points, and there's the cooking, so you can get some new members that way maybe. Basically, you're just getting from storytelling all kinds of different abilities. You can get some victory points throughout the game. And over here, it just explains you the setup, the game end, what is scored, how much points at the end, what are these symbol means. And yeah, and the main thing is going to be happening on this board that is also like super thick cardboard, and I cannot open it for some reason. Let's just throw it like this, and wait, let me turn it so you can see it correctly. And what you will be doing throughout this game, you will have some workers that will start here, and here in these columns, and then you will have all these tiles. Each of these tiles has its own spot. For example, this one goes here, and you can either put it this way or you can put it that way. And as you can see now, it gives you 1 fish. But if you are putting it like this, for 1 fish, if you pay 1 fish, you can get 2 victory points, which is completely different thing. So you will randomly choose which side you want to play, and once you seed all the board, as you can see, there are some spaces here, here, and over here. We'll talk about this one later. And you will have your workers all around the board. For example, someone might be here, someone might be already on this tile. And when you decide where you want to play, you have to follow these arrows and see where you can go. Well, from this thing here, from this part, you can go to all three of these. And let's say, for example, I went on this one. There should be like somewhere like this here, and I can pay one food, any food, to get one weapon. And once, if nobody chases me off that field, if let's say, for example, this guy was here and he pushed me down there, now I can use this one to either follow these arrows and go here, or I can go just here and here. So I basically have these three spaces that I can go to. And that's all you do throughout the game. You are going through these places. Once you get to the shore, you are now elder, you are telling all kinds of different stories, and nobody listens to you because you are old. And then the new people are born through some mechanics, like for example, if you go over this arrow that has a little baby on it, you can have a new baby, like new tribe member come to your tribe, and then he can do all of this other stuff and gradually grow up and do better and better things in the game. And while you are going through these motions, you also have these things over here. Wait just a second to get them out. So let's talk about this one. So these are basically all kinds of different paintings that you can do. So you can play a flute maybe, or just make some pottery. These are randomly selected for, and once they're all, when you collect 3 times, you collect points from this, it is discarded and you put the new one in. And as you can see, there's lots of different things that you can draw or create, like this is some creativity stuff. And also these are just the starting cards that you will take, so you will pick which of the resources will you start with. Not everyone starts with the same resources. And then there's these cards, which are basically stuff that you can achieve throughout your growing up. Since your tribe is traveling, doing different stuff, you can find fire, or you can create baskets. So when you're collecting food, you get more food. If you have fire and you use a tool action, you will get 2 tools. These are not weapons, these are tools. So you can discover medicine or dyes, and there are multiple cards of the same type because multiple people can have it, but it costs gradually, it goes up and up. So it's good to be the first to pick it up if you can. So you can find religion or leadership or storytelling. You can upgrade these actions that are printed on your player board. And that is basically that's everything that comes in a box of Dawn of Mankind. Okay, so that was Dawn of Mankind. First of all, TMG, component quality through the roof. This company, I cannot praise them enough about their cardboard quality at first. Their cardboard is always super thick, it has really great feel underneath your fingers. Not sure how to explain that, but it is really a great, component-wise, it's a great game. The gameplay itself, it is really interesting because you have your tribe and you are sending these guys through these eras of their life, so to say, and they're growing up and doing better and better stuff because they're like, first you are a kid, you are just picking some apples maybe or something, then you are like an adolescent, teenage child, and then you can make some fur or maybe some of these arrow point stuff, point arrow tips, so to say. Not sure, weapons maybe. Then you're a little bit older. Then you can go hunt and gather different resources and paint some paintings on the walls maybe through the journey. And also through the journey you can get a kid, so that kid can now continue and do other stuff in his life. And when you are elder, you just score lots of points for your people, which sounds weird, but it's a game. You have to collect points, right? And you do some great stuff, and then you are just going off to new adventures. Nobody ever heard about you, and the new kids are born and they are now continue your legacy doing different stuff. And I really like that in the game. It is like a game is telling you a little story of growing up and getting old and all the achievements that you did throughout the life. And the gameplay itself, it is super fun, it is super awesome in a way, because there is an action where when you are on a tile, you can no longer play that tribe man of yours until somebody pushes it off that tile, and then he's like in a ready area for another type of job that he can do, going from that one, as you saw on the map, with those arrows and everything. But there's really a cool thing when you can set up everything so others are constantly pushing you off the board, so you can use them in a different way then, because if you use the rest action to clear every one of these workers from the board, you're basically losing a turn, and you really don't want to do that. You always want to have something to play. You always want to stall with something so somebody can push you, so you can do some other stuff, collect some resources, then do that something that way. Getting children is super fun. You just have to aim it toward the path, and you can get one more of your tribesmen that can grow up and do different stuff. And drawing those bulls and whatever it is about, what have to. I'm confused a little bit how to explain it, but yeah, doing all that stuff. It is super fun. It is super interesting. The game itself plays really well, because it really gets you thinking, oh my god, I really want that spot, but I don't want to push him, so I will wait him to do the rest action so he can move, and then I can go freely without helping him. But in the same way, you see that he is stalling the other person that you are playing against. He is stalling because he wants you to push him, because he doesn't want to do the rest action. I don't know. It is just super fun and awesome game. There's also great variability, because all the buildings are double-sided, as you saw, so you can randomly set them up however you wish, up, down, left, right. Not left, right, just one, or A or B side. But it can give you some really nice replay value for this kind of small box, 45 to 60 minutes, 2 to 5 players. It is actually a fun and interesting game. So yeah, that is that. I like the Dawn of Mankind. I think it's a great game where you are trying to outsmart your opponents to push you off the cliff, sort of, into next adventure. So yeah, if you like what you heard, check this game out. I think it's a cool game. I think it's a really nice game with lots of replay value, which is always awesome. And if you thank you for subscribing, but if you still didn't, why you didn't subscribe? Because once we reach 1000 subscribers, we are going to do a huge giveaway on this channel, lots of different games. Of course, depending when you are watching this, maybe it's year 2027 and I already have 1100 subscribers or so. And 2050, what year did I say? Let's say it's 2050 and I have like 1100 subscribers, so the giveaway is all gone now, so sorry about that. But still, you have my Patreon, so you can support me that way. There are some links in the description down below. If you buy a game that way, I can get some provisions, and it's not anything that is expensive for you. They just cut off some of your little cut of your money and give it to me. Cool, very cool of them. So yeah, that is that. Check out everything, or don't. It's really up to you. I cannot make you do that. I don't have a gun with me. Who knows, if I had one, maybe I could. Who knows? Yeah, it's getting weird. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. And until next time. Pozdrav. There's some food, hunt some animals, make some paintings, stuff like that. Research find some different stuff like fire and all of that things. And that sounds stupid. This video was brought to you by philibertnet.com, the game in all its states.